Hey, how you doing? This is your girl, Cigar Lady Annette from the Leaf Angels LLC, also known as Cigar Street Life. Uh, Leaf Angels with a Z dot
Yeah.
com.
Multitasker over
Mm-hmm.
here. And then just Cigar Damas, Becky.
Not just the Cigar Dama, where you can find her on social media under Instagram and Facebook.
Facebook. You too.
Yes,
Yeah, all
yes.
yours are on there too. Platforms and YouTube. You have YouTube too.
Yes.
Yep.
And we are the Tampa,
Tampa
Sisters of the Leaf. All right. So, as always, Miss Becky doesn't know what the topic is.
I have no clue what the topic is. I'm just glad we have one.
Yeah. And I came up with it 5 minutes before the show. So we were talking about backpacks in the humidor, or people with big bags, or any of that stuff in the humidor. Recently, there was a post that went around that was sent to a lot of the owners. One of the owners sent it to me. I sent it to another cigar lounge owner. It went around of a gentleman stealing padrones.
Oh my gosh, I saw that on Facebook.
Yes.
At the CI?
Yeah. Wesley Chapel.
Okay, I saw that.
Come on, man.
I don't see a lot, but I did see that one.
Yeah.
See, I'm up on this subject, girl.
If you can't afford cigars, come on, man. Don't do it.
I guess if you're gonna steal.
Yeah. But now he can't go to any lounge because everybody knows who he is.
How embarrassing.
Yeah.
How absolutely embarrassing. Well, was he a regular there? Do you know the backstory on it? Okay.
No.
I was just wondering. I was being petty, y'all.
But anyway, he didn't have a backpack or anything, but a lot.
It looked like he was in scrubs, and it looked like there was a name.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. We did talk about that. Yes. Yes, we did talk about that. So, one of the lounges I know has a sign up that says no backpacks. Like if you go into any of like the Dollar Trees or Family Dollar, you cannot have a backpack. You can't have an open grocery bag. You can't.
You
have to, no,
I did not know that.
You have to leave it at the counter.
I don't shop there a lot, but
yeah,
I ran in
there.
there.
Even if you have ever gone to the hair shop, I went to the hair shop recently, and they said no bags.
No.
Yeah, you can't carry in your bags. So there's a lot of thieves.
But I think that's the time we're living in. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's always been a time.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Especially in the hair shops.
I've never been in the. I have been in the hair shops. I buy for my sister-in-law sometimes.
Yeah.
I'll go over there because it's cheaper than Missouri.
So there was an incident that happened. I don't know, when I was in Maryland. I was at a cigar shop, and I had invited a gentleman over to the cigar lounge, and he came with one of those man bags that sits behind him,
like the MERS.
Yeah, the MERS.
The MERS.
I call him the men's purse. Anyway. And the owner didn't even come in and introduce himself. He just kind of came in and, yo, bro, you can't have that backpack in here. And I'm thinking, God, that was rude. Like, and he's like, oh man, I'm real nice. 6'4". The owner of the lounge was like 5 feet tall. The guy was like 6'4", big old guy. And he's like, oh, my bad guy. I didn't know. Yeah, but you still in here. And I was like, the fuck?
Oh, shoot.
I said, what we're going to do is I'm going to put this cigar back and we're going to get the fuck out of here. Anyway.
Because a MERS is different than a backpack too, I feel like.
Yeah, but there's ways, again, like we've talked about on the last show. It's not what you say, it's how you say it.
The context of it.
Oh my God. So here at JR's, like I was sitting there yesterday and a person went in with a backpack and they just kind of looked suspicious, And so, of course, one of the employees walked behind him and said, hey, can I help you with anything? Which is all you do. You don't ever assume somebody's going to steal. You just be nice, have a polite conversation with them.
But you can't get the vibe.
Because that will be determined. Usually they might get you for one, but they're not going to continue walking around in the humidor because they know they're being watched.
Mm-hmm.
So, you always go in and say, hey, can I help you with anything? Spark up, hey, my name is Michelle, blah, blah, would you like to smoke? Just a general conversation.
Which I assume you would do even with people without a backpack.
Yeah.
A lot of times. If it's a new person, I would assume you would go do that anyway. So it shouldn't be alarming to someone if someone approached them in that sense.
Right. Well, a couple of weeks ago, I had a gentleman came in when I was working at Cigar Castle. And Cigar Castle is usually pretty relaxed. We have a big old camera right there. I can just sit in one chair and watch everything going on in the humidor. This gentleman came in and I said, hey, can I help you with anything? He said, yeah. He said, can you walk with me in the humidor? So I said, okay. So I go in there. He goes right to his cigar. I said, oh, well, you already know what you want. He said, yeah, but I wanted you to follow me in here so that way, you didn't think I was stealing anything. I was like, I don't know. We don't do that. He said, yeah. He said, I go to places and people follow me like as if I'm stealing stuff. And I
Oh
said,
wow.
yeah. I said, oh, I'm sorry you go through that.
I've been balled at Walmart.
Yeah. I've been to cigar lounges where, they have done that as well. I told him, I said, no, sweetie, you don't have to worry about that here. We'll
I've
ask
been
if you need
followed in
some
a
help.
cigar lounge, not because I think they thought I was stealing, but I think they thought I didn't know anything about
Right.
cigars.
Yeah.
So they're basically in there trying to give me a breakdown of everything and point me into the infused ones.
Right. Yeah. My girlfriend,
which
Adrian,
was fine when I
she
first
brought
started
that up
because that's
as well.
what I smoked at the time when I first started.
Yeah.
But yeah, absolutely. So I don't see a problem. Me
No.
personally.
But I think, just so you guys know, cigar lounge owners, I think you need to put a sign on the door just for legal reasons.
Yes. Number one.
And
Number two, if you don't have it, the way you approach people is very important.
Yeah. And one of the guys, Nick, was saying that the guy had a big old grocery bag, and he went into the lounge and went into the humidor, and he said, "Hey, you can't have, you can't bring that bag in here." And the guy's like, "Why, you gonna think I'm a steal?" I'd have been like, "Yeah, probably. However, you still need to bring that bag outside." So Nick was real polite about it and told him no, but he said, "Hey, you said it."
Yeah, said, those words never came out of my mouth. But yeah,
he's like, but you
the shoe fits.
You got to put the bag on the chair. So you guys have enough common sense. Me, a lot of times I walk around, especially lounges that don't know me. Here they know me. I help customers, whatever castle they know me. I usually walk around like this. I'm not putting my hands in the pocket. I'm like not giving you any chances to think I'm stealing something, because I don't want to have to curse somebody out.
Oh yeah. When but I've even been stopped places and they were like, "Can we look in your bag?" And I'm like, "Sure."
Really?
Open it and like, yeah.
I think that's why I don't care. When I go to the grocery store, I go to any store, the only thing I carry is my little wallet. I do not bring a purse
you know me.
in there.
I only bring I'm not bringing a purse. It was literally at the mall. I was shopping bags.
Oh yeah.
And went in somewhere, and I didn't ding or anything.
Like, oh yeah.
There was no alarm that went off.
Store with
and
any
I'm just
bags.
like, well, if you're at the mall, you have to. I mean, you're walking around and you're going to multiple stores. If I'm spending money, I'm going to have multiple bags.
Yeah.
But again, I didn't take it I wasn't offended because the way they spoke to me was like, "Hey, can we check?" And I'm like, "Sure, no problem." I'm like, "I don't care. I didn't take anything."
Right.
So, but yeah. No, I don't think there's anything wrong with that, but I do agree that you should definitely have it posted so people are aware. Yeah. And I think that's with anything. We've talked about that numerous times about having policies, no food or drinks from outside, no cigars from outside.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, if I had a business, I hate to say this, but you literally have to keep a list of everything that you expect, what is or isn't allowed, because people are gonna, number one, if it's not there, they're going to, if you say anything to them, immediately be like, "Well, why are you singling me out?"
Right.
Okay. So like if they've seen other people walk in with a backpack and nothing was said, which may have been a regular or may have been someone else, but yet if they walk in and do it and then you approach them, they're going to be like, "Well, then why are you doing it?" So just have it set across the board.
Yeah.
For this is our policy. Exactly. And it's not personal, but I mean, unfortunately policies go into effect because people have experienced a problem.
Yeah.
So therefore, if I have a business and I experience, people who have shoplifted have come in with big bags or purses or a backpack, I'm going to immediately put that up and say that's not allowed no more because I personally experienced it. So we're not going to do that no more.
So I didn't even think about this, but there was 3 customers that came in. They all had backpacks on, but one of the guys was saying it's easy for somebody with a backpack for the other person to walk behind them when the backpack is open and slide something in their backpack. I said, "Man, I didn't even think about that."
Because we don't think like thieves.
Right. I was like, "Oh shit." These particular guys, I can tell, I sat there and watched them. I watched them on the camera and I watched them, in the one humidor. They pretty much was just going through every cigar talking about, so you can tell they were just like a kid in a candy store. You can tell that by their thing. So, but I did watch the second or third person, make sure they weren't walking behind them. Yeah, they were always kind of on the side. Yeah. I didn't even think about that. I was like, "Oh."
But usually, if people are going to steal, I learned this in retail.
They're doing this,
or they split up. If 3 people come in and they split up, I always knew. I'm like, "Oh shoot, they're doing that because one's going to steal and the other 2 are going to distract." So like. So if they're hanging out together, probably not most likely.
Yeah, they were all just talking about all the different cigars and stuff. And then when they came out, and the person who was working was like, what did she say? I don't remember what she said, but I was like, "Yeah, we're not doing that." No, no, I'm sorry. This particular one, she never even bothered to go in or even address, because at some point you're just going, hey, you guys need help with anything?
Yeah, touch
Again, just
base,
let people know
touch
you're looking.
base.
But no, that didn't happen. But me, I'm like I tell people all the time, I'm nosy. I want to see what you're doing. I trust no one. I knew a lounge in Miami where a police officer stole something. So sold and so the owner told him you have two choices. You could either go, I could either contact your department, or you can never come back here again. So of course he chose to never come back there again. Um, so I tell owners all the time, trust no one.
Yeah,
So, but
yeah.
yeah, that was my rant. I couldn't think of anything, but I was like, oh, I think we might have brushed on it like when we first
Hmm.
started, but again, put signage, people, cigar
Signage and
lounge
people. How do you
owner.
feel about it? Is it offensive to you if you walked in somewhere and there wasn't signage and they said, "Hey, in a
Can
polite
I look in your
manner,
bag?
don't you can't bring them in or whatever." Like, what's your opinion?
Or
Because a
they even
lot,
ask, can I look in your bag? I
yeah.
would,
Or can I look in your
yeah.
bag? Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah,
sure. I got a whole bunch of cigars in here,
yeah.
but you can look.
But I can assume that would really hit different if you're
Yeah,
new to the lounge. So that's why the signage is so
yeah.
important.
I always tell the employees, like I tell some of the employees at Castle, I said, first of all, people are crazy. You never know if they have a gun on them. Don't lose your life over a cigar.
Mm-mm.
It's like I'm not about to start this big old commotion over a cigar.
Mm-hmm.
However, I will run the cameras, take a picture, see if see for a fact if the person stole, and then I'm going to do like the other ones did,
And they
send it out to
posted
all
it.
the lounge and post it all over social media. But I'm not going to confront the person because you never know what the mind. I'm not losing my life over a cigar. It's
Yeah, and
just
I
not that
didn't even
serious.
know, to be honest. I probably sound stupid saying this. I didn't know you could actually post people's pictures like that because when we would catch people stealing, we never posted or did anything. But I would have loved. Oh Lord, there were ones I would have loved to have posted
But
because
if you knew
yeah.
for a fact that they stole, you
Oh,
can't.
they did.
If
The
you
police came and
yeah
arrested them, and we would still not
yeah
post the
yeah
videos because
yeah.
we just I don't know. Shoot, man, I
I
had a
don't.
lot of good footage, man. I did.
Anyway, that's our rant. Let us know what you guys think. If you guys have any topics you want us to talk about, or if you have any lounges you
Yes,
want us
come
to
on.
visit,
We want the dirt. Tell us
we
some stuff.
we try to get out to different lounges. Today we are at JR's, which I think
Hmm.
we did our last show here
Yeah.
in JR's.
Well, they were so hospitable. It was
Yeah,
nice to get over here.
yeah, they have some.
It's a good even kill for us both.
Yeah,
It's a quick drive for me and it's close to you.
yeah. So JR Cigars, this is their outlet.
They're always running deals too.
Yeah,
I walk in there and I'm always
50%
shocked.
off.
I am
Yeah,
shocked at some of the stuff I
yeah,
see in there.
yeah.
Absolutely. And some of the actual cigars, I'm shocked because a lot of people would find them really good, but they may not
They're
necessarily
just not
be
selling.
selling
That's all it
here.
is. They're
Yeah,
not
they may
selling.
not be selling
Yeah,
here, but yet, yeah.
yeah. All right, guys. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.